Hey there. Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to your... Sorry, I'm just looking for the mic. Welcome to your 12th and 13th. Not wearing any pants. Welcome to your 12th and 13th daily guidance. What? Am I wearing the same thing as I wore the other day? I don't know what you're talking about. It's a different day. It's the 12th and the 13th. 4-hour high is good. What is our guidance today? It's midnight here. Instead of sleeping, I wanted to talk to you. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Time to go. Just for now, though. Just for a bit. It's not for forever. Oh, okay. Oh no. Yikes. I like this. 11. I feel like these past couple days are fairly auspicious. I feel like good things are coming, good things are happening, good things are brewing, but it doesn't feel like they're brewing. It doesn't. I don't want to show you my pants because the girl ain't wearing any. Yeah, I feel like there's some nice things brewing. They're in escrow, shall we say. But you can't see them. You can't see them. And it's a little sad. Yeah, you can't see them. But they're good. Yeah. Our guidance today on the 12th and 13th is by the book. Can you see? I need to figure my life out with this camera. I like by the book. By the book is a card that when I see it, it's a message, I should say, that sometimes makes me go, oh, okay. But it's rare. Not rare, it happens. It just makes me feel calm because it's understandable. It's a pretty easy message. It quite literally talks about the book. So if you have an important book in your world that you follow that has important teachings, the Bible, maybe it's A Girl Wash Your Face. Maybe it's a book by some author that really once inspired you, or a book that you've long forgotten that you used to almost live by. Maybe it's, I don't know, journaling. But looking at an old journal to see what you wrote or something like that. because one of the first few messages of this one talks about the laws. Is it? I don't know. I feel like it's not this one, but there are sort of, oh my god, laws that the universe, the world follows. Right now, I believe we're in Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Mercury is retrograding, so I'm told. At my office, the system has been down for 2 days. It was down for 2 days, some days back. And it wasn't until I was watching and reading, and it was like, Mercury retrograde. And I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, because it's bad. But luckily, in fact, we've been doing things old school, using pen and paper as opposed to the system. It's just the system is obviously incredibly helpful because, okay, the schedules that we have, the system that we need it. It is not a joke. And it can only last for a little while. So here's how that relates. This formation is very useful, but it can only last for a little while. This energy or whatever's affecting you or going on around you, it can only last for a little while. The things that are brewing and bubbling and building for you in the background can only be in the background for a little while. They will eventually come to the foreground. There will eventually be something that you see. There will eventually be something that you feel more closely and more intimately in your world. Yeah. And for now, do what you can. Like, do what you can. Do what you can. Do what you can. Do what you can to get by. Do what you can to live your best life. Do what you can on your budget. Do what you can with your time. Do what you can with what you got. Do what you can, because it's not going to be forever. No, know that it's not going to be forever, but do what you can. So with whatever goes on today, on this 12th and 13th of July, do what you can. Just follow the rules. Be traditional. In some ways, maybe be old school. Maybe the old school way of doing things, the traditional way of doing things, the textbook way of doing things, the normal way of doing things is maybe something that you can lean on during this time today, on the 12th and 13th of July. There may be something that you can anchor yourself to and say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I have to do. I'm going to do what's needed to get by today. And that's not a way for you to throw your hands up in the air and say, I don't care. It's a way to relax into the energy of the present. It's a way to relax into the energy of the present and not push and fight against it. It's a way to just, okay, this is where we're at. The system is broken. Rather than, bitching and moaning and whining and being on hold for donkey years to see if you can talk to somebody who's gonna tell you that, yeah, the system is slowing down, I can't do shit about it. Rather than doing all that, what can you do? What's something that you can do to go with the flow? Can you apologize to patrons? Can you call people up and say, hey, this is what's happening? Can you, I don't want to say pass the buck, because passing the buck is not, it's got a negative connotation, but there's a teamwork here. There's a teamwork here. No one's getting lost here. They're all working together. They're all interdependent on each other. They're working together. So who can you work with? Who may you lean on, or what resources do you have around you that can help things be easier for you? And it doesn't have to take away the whole ease. Here's the thing, right? To anybody who's sort of feeling depressed and feeling hopeless, that's not going to go away overnight. It's not going to go away over an activity that you do for an hour or 30 minutes or 20 minutes. However, you doing this thing consistently will help take away that burden on your heart. So whenever we do anything, and I'm talking to everybody here, whenever we do something, know that the shit takes fucking time. Like, it takes fucking time. Saying, oh, it's not good. Saying if someone is feeling some type of way and they say take a walk, the walk isn't always, the walk may make you feel better. It may help. It may lift a layer of, a shade of darkness from what you're feeling. It may not lift the whole fucking blanket off, but it may lift a shade and another 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 shade. That's how that can work sometimes. Don't always expect solutions to be a one-off solution and ta-da, everything is gone. Like, no. Just a word out there. So for instance, whenever we're going through a tough time, you say, oh, I prayed about it last night and I don't feel better. And it's like, yo, yeah, prayer is supposed to help just sort of alleviate it a little bit at a time, at least for me, that's how it works. If I'm going through a tough time and I pray, it alleviates a little bit of the time. A little bit of the pressure. It does. It just does. A little bit at a time, layer by layer, scraping away at it until there's not much left or nothing left. By the book is, I like that. You don't read a book by looking at it. You inhale all the information and it's like done. No, you read a book by like turning the page, reading the words on the page one at a fucking time. You cannot read you can't read a sentence like that. You can't, you gotta read word by word. Even fast readers, they get to be fast readers because they read each word fast. What am I saying? Being present in the moment, being present in the day. The shit may take a couple days, weeks, months, years. Still, starting today, doing something small, something tiny, something will help alleviate that pressure. And sometimes the pressure may come back even stronger than it was the day before yesterday, but you keep doing that thing and it will still alleviate that pressure because it just will. It works. Okay. Beating that dead horse. Do things by the book today. It's not a day to be buck wild. Unless your buck wild is you being by the book. That's me talking to future Luce. But I want to be buck wild today. Okay, you ready? It does talk about what I was saying, like the laws. I don't think I actually said it. Like the laws of did I say it? The laws of attraction and all those types of things, and abiding by those sort of universal rules. It talks about it here. We'll wait for this expert. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, and the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond the human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting on instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them. rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book this time. The funny thing is, yesterday we had to be fair, which is my Libra, is the scales of justice. And here we have another governing sort of law type energy. I live for it. Once again, to bring this to base, is we are going through a Mercury retrograde right now. If that's important to you, I'm so sorry. If that's something that is affecting you in your world, do what you can. Do what you can during this time, okay? Abide by the rules and the laws and do what you can to make your life a little bit easier and the lives of the people around you easier. Don't try to push, don't try to shove, don't try to do things that are out of the ordinary. Just go with the flow of what's happening. And perhaps interdependence and depending on people will be helpful moving through this energy, however way it's affecting you or not affecting you. Perhaps you may need to lend a hand and follow procedures in lending that hand. So for some of you, it could be as strict as someone coming to you and saying, hey, can you just on the slide just do a thing for me? And you say, I don't know, let me watch Luce's thing. And you're just like, buy the book. I don't know how this relates to me. Well, this is saying don't do the thing. Do things according to procedure. Okay? Follow the rules. All right, babes. I wish you everything. Keep your light on and good luck.